Hey there, I'm Brittni Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. I am excited for my guest today because this year I have been really trying to learn and embrace AI. And today we have somebody who is a master at AI. Welcome to the podcast, Becky Beach, a digital skilling coach and speaker. Welcome, Becky.
Oh, thank you. It was nice being here.
Yeah. Becky, go ahead and tell my listeners just a little bit about who you are, where you got to where you are, and just all things Becky Beach.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I got started when I was pregnant with my son, Brian. He's now 9 years old. And at the time I was working this dead-end job. I was very miserable. I was like a web developer at American Airlines, and I was just so miserable. And I knew there was a better way out there. I just couldn't keep working these jobs, and for other people. Like, I didn't want to keep like having my life other people's terms and doing what they want. And I'm just so glad that I was able to break free after I started my blog, mombeach.com. And now I run a successful multi six-figure business, doing like helping moms and also helping other women start and scale their own digital product businesses.
Oh, I love it. Becky, tell us, so that's kind of what like Becky does, but tell us how you have incorporated AI into your business. Tell us, some tips or some places to start, all things like AI. Where's a good place to start with AI?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I've been using AI for several years now since ChatGPT came out. And at first I was kind of scared of it because I'm a blogger. So I would always write my own blog posts or pay people to write it like human created. And I was kind of against the idea at first. And I was like, I don't know if AI is good because like it takes away from people writing and it takes away people's creativity. But once I started embracing it and I saw the value in it, it kind of fast tracks your own creativity in a way. And it helps you avoid writer's block because that's a big problem. Like writer's block, like sometimes you can't think about what to write. So you can ask it to write an outline for you to get you started.
Yeah. And I think people are intimidated. I that's one of the things like I coach on a lot is technology. And I say, there's three things that I see that really hold people, entrepreneurs back in their business. And one of those top three is technology. And so I think it's a lot of times it is we're just intimidated by it. It just seems so like, oh, I can't do that. Like it just seems so foreign. It's a new language, but really embracing AI and taking the time to learn it and test it, it really does open so many different doors for you. So, along with blogging, what else do you use AI for?
Well, I also use it in products creation. Like I make spreadsheets with AI, and I also will do digital planners and journals using AI too, and workbooks. It's very quick to make workbooks using AI tools because you can just have it give you the workbook questions, and you could take the questions over to Canva where you could format it using their bulk create tool. It will just automatically just put. It's kind of, I don't know if I should get too technical, but you put the prompts into a spreadsheet, then put it into Canva bulk create tool. You can only get that with Pro, and it will just generate your whole workbook or your whole journal for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the things I think is, it does seem intimidating, but like just taking the time to learn, I remember when I was building my website, kind of the same thing where I'm like, oh, I can't build a website. I don't know how to build a website. But I had kind of just like mindset. And I was like, okay, every day for like 1 hour, I'm going to learn how to build a website. And it really is just taking the time and playing around with it. And, there's so many like free and paid resources out there that will teach you AI. So it really is just like the more you do it, the more, it gets easier and easier because you're learning. And I think another thing too is like a lot of us have been using AI for a while and not realizing it. Like in email automations and stuff, there's AI that's built into it. A lot of these programs are incorporating more and more AI, but some of them have already had some some sort of AI incorporated in for years and we just didn't realize it. So even though it's kind of like a new trendy thing, we've been using it for years, but there's more and more tools and more resources.
Oh, yes. When I was working at American Airlines, we did a lot of machine learning for it's just several years before the ChatGPT even came out. So I was a developer. So I would make, software and apps, and we did use machine learning. So it has been out a long time, even before ChatGPT came out. Just ChatGPT has helped it get to the masses. But the technology has been around a long time.
Yeah, it has. So you're using AI with ChatGPT and you're using in Canva. Are there any other places that you're using AI in your business?
Oh, yes. I also will use this with a site called MidJourney to create images. And you can also use another one called Google Gemini that can create text and images. It's free to use. And one I've been really excited lately is called Clean AI. You could take your images and make them into videos, like it'll do AI videos. And I've been growing when I have an Instagram where I post a lot of images that I take photos and stuff, and I've been using those photos that I've taken and made them into AI images, AI videos, and it's really grown my Instagram. And it's now up to like almost 1,000 people since I've been posting the videos.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, there are a ton of free resources, AI. There's some that are paid and some that are free, but there is a lot of like really great tools out there. What are other ways that you can see people using? You can use it for blogs, AI. You can use it to create workbooks. Canva also has a feature where you can create images. It's not like perfect, but there's a ton of like really good resources. But other than that, like, what are some other ideas like that people can use AI in their business?
Well, I've also used it to create patterns. Like I'm coming out with a training on patterns on Monday on how to make SVG patterns with AI apps. And that way you can take them to Redbubble where you can do print on demand for free. And there's also other sites too that do print on demand. And that way you could make these SVG patterns. They could be any size, from a grain of rice to a billboard. So they're vectors. So it could be resized any size. So that's really great to make patterns. You can even sell them on Spoonflower. That's like a site where you could buy fabric. So your patterns can be turned into fabric. And on Redbubble, your patterns can be turned into phone cases, shower curtains, bags, clothes. It's just the sky's the limit.
Patterns as in what when you say patterns?
Well, like seamless patterns. Like let's say you're wearing a floral shirt.
Okay.
Like that's a seamless pattern. So you could actually make a pattern with AI and then put it on Redbubble or Printify, like a print on demand website. And then when somebody purchases your pattern, they could decide to put it on clothes or bags or phone cases, just stickers, even. There's all kinds of different things.
Yeah. The options are just endless. There's so many things that you can do with AI. So, I mean, are you just self-taught with AI? Have you taken any courses? When you're telling people about this, like, what are some good resources of learning AI?
Well, I kind of learned on the job when I was working at, like, I've always been worked in tech for 25 years because I was a developer. And I've always like I've ever since it was introduced the machine learning. That's where I really got into it. Like when I was working at Verizon, I was on the cloud platform team, and we did lots of machine learning. Using like the various servers we had, because we would create these servers to host for the everybody else in the company. They would do like private hosting in our platform, and we started doing machine learning, to help better optimize the servers. And since that, like that's when I really got into the AI. And then when ChatGPT was introduced in MidJourney, that's like the AI image app. I just really embraced. I got into it. At first, I was kind of scared of the writing because the machine learning didn't do the writing. It just helped us with our coding and helped us to learn what we were coding already, so the machines could figure out on their own without us having to constantly input things. It would just learn on its own eventually. And a lot of stores are even embracing machine learning, even like Walmart and all kinds of different places are. And so that's what we were doing. But the writing at first was scary. But then after a while, I said, yeah, I guess as long as I have a say in it, because you can always edit the writing to make it more of your voice.
Mm-hmm. And you can even you can put in ChatGPT, you can customize it to speak with your voice. But I do agree with you. At first, you said I was intimidated by it because like it's replacing humans. But I always say like, it's a tool. It's not a replacement for you. Like you need to stay true to your voice. And I use AI in a similar fashion. I will, give me an outline for a blog or, write a blog on X, Y, and Z. Then I take that and then I put it, it's still a little bit like robotic, a little bit ChatGPT, but then I take that and then I rewrite it and put it in my own voice. And I think it's just important to remember that you have to stay true to your voice. And I think people can they can spot a ChatGPT. It's funny because sometimes my daughter will text me and I'm like, did you just use ChatGPT to send that text message to me? So I think that you have to stay true to your voice and just be mindful of staying true to your voice. It's a tool. It's not a replacement for it. It is a tool. And remember that, because I think people are going to catch on to that. They're like, okay, this is not them. This doesn't sound like the way they talk. So I think you have to remember that. So that's just just a little tip to stay true to your own voice. So Becky, how can people, if people want to work with you or they want to use some of your products, how do people get a hold of you and find you? Where do you hang out?
Oh, sure. Well, my website is coachbeckybeach.com. And I have I'm having a sale on my AI courses right now, if you can check it out there. And also have another AI course that came out on how to make spreadsheets.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And then again, we'll put all of her information in the show notes. And you can get a hold of her there. Okay, Becky, I like to end my podcast with asking my guests 2 questions. The first one is, what is a pet peeve? So give me a pet peeve.
Well, it would have to be, people that don't take action, like they'll buy my courses and they won't take any action. And then they'll complain to me saying, oh, I wasn't successful at doing this or like that. I just wish people would take action if they buy a course, at least, go through it. If you're going to spend the money, like don't just buy a course and then not take action on it, what you're learning.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good one. Okay. What's a simple pleasure? Something that brings you joy?
It would have to be those little squares of the Ghirardelli chocolate. Like I just love those. I put them next to my bed in like a cup, and then I'll just like lay down and like savor them. I like the sea salt caramel and the dark chocolate ones.
Oh, those are good. Those are good. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Becky, for joining us. Becky is going to be a speaker at my online summit, the Fusion Collective. So make sure and register and sign up for that and come and listen to her with all her great knowledge on AI. Thanks, Becky.
Oh, thank you.
Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.